much progress. Well, actually, not progress, but we haven't made any videos since this last one. I guess it's been about a month and a half ago. And then Mason put out that last video of us going to PRI in Detroit. And so we figured we'd just go ahead and try to put something together to show everybody what we've been working on. It's been mad crazy around the shop. The boys have just been digging and digging and digging. We're fixing to have winter tomorrow. It's winter now, but we're going to have some snow. So I don't know how many boys are going to come in tomorrow. But here's the rails that we picked up from Mike at Cornfield, and we've been mocking up all the front suspension, obvious Mustang 2, recessed the rack and pinion, put I believe it's a 6-liter LS. I think that's what the client told me. We got that mounted with the 4L60. We found some crazy stuff with the transmission. You know, it's broke and whatnot. Client had no idea about it. We've had a lot of progress moving on this on the chassis. We don't get to play with it every day. We've been ordering the stuff that we want to order. We're making the stuff we need to make to get the 4-link and stuff done. And the next week or two, this thing will probably off the table and onto the floor, and we can start putting the body and stuff on it. So, but there's a ton of progress that's been made around the shop. But yeah, I mean, you need some perfect frame rails. You gotta hit Mike up, man. I mean, he nailed it. You lay them on top of each other, they are Siamese 100%. Like, I couldn't ask for somebody better to bend them. Just saying, you know. But we did fabricate some new upper control arms. We don't like the short ones that come with the Mustang 2 kit. So we actually fabricated. We want to slow down the camber angle on it because this truck, it's not a race truck. But you know, we don't go with the horizontal mounts. What is it, 5 1/4 or 4 3/4, whatever the hell mount it is. We go actually the 6-inch bolt center when you do the upper A-arms. We actually mount it like a true car should be, because the last thing you want to do is have those bolts move on the stock Mustang 2 stuff. So if you're taking notes, if you have the ability to change the upper mounts on anything, always go with the vertical mounting attachment on a control arm, man. I mean, if you mount it the other way and you go around a corner and those things slide, you'll know it. And probably end up wrecking too. Seen it happen once or twice in the last 20 years of me building chassis, and none of mine do that anymore. So my client bought this truck from somebody else. They tried hiding it with gray silicone. There's a crack that goes all the way around and you can actually see it move. So either a new tail shaft housing, or we're just going to end up welding up and fixing it for him. I mean, that's probably going to be the quicker, easier, simpler way of doing it. So it's probably what we'll end up doing. But Ford 9-inch out back, no cross members in it yet. We just now got the floor brake system. Or brackets and stuff. We're going to get those mounted in tomorrow or Tuesday, and then I can build the intersection and all that stuff. So I don't like doing it just on CAD because I don't know, this is the first 41 that we've done, so I'd much rather lay it out by hand than try to draw it up in CAD. We did the frame rails in CAD, but that's about it. So not much progress. We can actually turn it though. We've got some turning in it. Alright, so let's do a little update on Louie. This poor truck. I feel really bad for my client. My client's a badass though. Comes in for some AC work, right? Yeah, well, we rebuilt the front suspension too, go figure. And the brake lines, and the fuel lines, and the air rod, and the front end. I mean, shit, the front end was crooked. Louie's a badass though. You can take Louie to the grocery store, and then you can go to the co-op and get your horses some hay. You know, what do you think about that? And it's got badass interior. I'm not really sure exactly who did the interior, But if you're watching this video, please tag you in the video so that way you can get some recognition, because I'm sorry I never did ask the client who did it. So, sporting a 350 with a 700 R4, got full vintage air, it's got full air ride on it. We did not build this truck. We have gone through and fixed this truck. It was just not safe for my client to drive. Bushings were worn out, brake lines were bad, wiring was hideous. Not just hideous, but like honestly was gonna burn the truck down. We've spent close to, it's supposed to be like a 2-day fix, and we've got close to 4 weeks now after finding all the stuff and repairing as much as, I stopped digging. I just stopped because I could probably pretty much end up rebuilding the whole truck. But this is my client's truck, and ultimately he's gonna jump in it and he's gonna drive it to wherever he wants. And I want him to be able to do that without any recourse. We've fixed it. So take a look at the truck. It's just badass, man. Like, it's just badass. Great concept. Awesome concept. Great concept. I'm gonna just keep saying it. Great concept. We zhuzhed it. We just polished it a little bit. Let's talk about this old girl. So, this is somebody's take on a 4-wheel drive truck that they want. And I really totally dig it. Like, he wants to drive this thing daily. And I'm good with it. Sitting on a late 80s, early 90s Bronco chassis. This one came in for some wiring for first startup. We found some stuff. The guy was building it himself. No harm, no foul. Just got to a point where he was stuck. Didn't know what to do. Contacted us. You know, I'm not here to bash him, by no means. This dude did a pretty kick-ass job on what he was doing. At least he knew when to throw in the towel. So it's here. We're gonna do the windows. We're gonna do the first startup. I'm gonna drive it. I'll probably put 30, 40 miles on it, as much as I can on a bucket, because I don't have a seat. But I'm pretty certain that he's gonna have a pretty nice little truck when he's all said and done, man. Like, I think it's a 351 Ford. It's got the Holly Sniper on it. Got an oversized radiator. Should never be high. If it is, we got something wrong. We're gonna change these janky things though. These are no bueno, man. No bueno. They pop off. No bueno to popping off going down the road. Full AC. He's got a Hurricane kit that he's got. Fixed the brake lines, which wasn't really much of a big deal. It just came in to get a little bougie, you know, little zhuzh, little polish. We've been polishing on it. We found the black color underneath it. No, not really. That's what he was going for. Don't hate the hater, hate the game.